I'm 17 and you talking about this much, like, wow, I can do this, you know what I'm saying? I can do this for my family, I can do this for, you know, I can invest in this.
Contrast from Coach Dion transitioning to Keenan and going to legendary Coach Norris, bro. Bro, was it like a culture shock? You know, like, was it completely different? Like, the stories I hear true? Like, what?
It was, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I used to have to write sentences in saying I was gonna stay disciplined. Like, just
how many you had to write, bro?
Man, I had to write sentences so much, probably be over 100,000.
Hold on. There's a specific WNBA player that if given the chance, you'd say, yeah, I wife you. Like, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even, like, I probably know like 5 WNBA players.
Okay, we gonna cut that. We gonna cut What up, family? I am here with the shiftiest or almost shiftiest person in South Carolina, from South Carolina, not other than the young legend, Jazian Gortman, J Gort, Jay-Z. He got all these nicknames, you know, that they call him. But, man, it's an honor to have you here, bro. How you feeling?
Feel great, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, bro. You know, and he trusted me enough, y'all, to have me in his crib. So it's a super honor, man. But first things first, bro. You were talking about kind of your early stages in high school and things of that nature, playing at Gray. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know about you until you got to Keenan. For me, it felt like you just like arrived out of nowhere on the scene. Yeah. But if you can, kind of talk about your early days in high school at Gray and then leading up to the transition to Keenan.
Yeah, Gray, man, it was a great experience. It was an eye-opener for me because, you know, growing up, I was always, you know, had pretty good fundamentals. So, and I always knew, like, you know, through my dad training me, okay, what spots I want to get to. So, you know, knowing that, it made me simplify the game, and simplifying the game allowed me to, you know, be able to do a lot of things that, you know, others couldn't on the court. So I was pretty, like, just advanced in the fundamental part. So, like, by the time I got to Gray, I met people that were way better. Yeah. So with them being way better, it's like, okay, and they were older. So I got Khalil, I got Tommy, I got Jaleel. Man,
oh no, like, I do remember you now.
Yeah, like
I do remember you now,
squad,
bro. Yeah.
Dallas. So, man, so just being in the gym with them every day, like during practice, them pushing me, because I used to like to guard Tommy all the time. I really ain't usually like to guard Khalil because he was real fast. But like Tommy, like I want to guard Tommy just because like of the moves he had. And like when I'd be guarding him, I'd be studying him. So I'm like, oh, like, this man cold. Yeah. I was telling somebody the other day, like, 9th grade was kind of the year that, like, I kind of put my imagination to, like, my handles into the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put the paintbrush to the canvas. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, watching a lot of Tommy Bruner, Trey Jackson from Blythewood, him, Waylon. Man, just watching them guys. Growing up playing Josh Beadle, just, you know, how that finesse was, like, it just, like, oh, like, I want to do a little something like that. So, man, just basically, it was like, you know, going to work or going to school and taking notes, coming back home and studying them.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Nah, that's dope, man. Tell me about a practice or two practices or so where you feel like, okay, Tommy giving me this work, but I'm showing a little bit of the talent and skills that I had. Can you remember a certain day where it was like, okay, I'm kind of turning the corner? Or did you not turn the corner until you got to Keenan?
Well, yeah, actually, I had good practices there. You know, it was always the starters versus the bench players or the second five. So, you know, like, everybody know, like, some days or most days, depending on what team you on, the starting five had their days. Some days that the second five had their days. But, so, and that's pretty much how it was with us. So sometimes we have our days. And I just remember one day, like, I don't know what got into me. I was just like...
He said, I don't know what got into me.
I was out there like just, I don't want to think about nothing, think about too much. I was just hooping.
Yeah.
And I remember like, because I remember I was telling my dog the same story. I was like, we was in there, and my dog Ty, he was our defender.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, we was in there, man. I'm in there cooking Ty, hit him with a tween, like tell him all type of stuff. But yeah, man, that practice right there, like,
yeah,
it was a head booster for me.
For sure. And did that signify in your brain like, okay, I can be an elite level like hooper, I can get to the NBA?
Yeah.
Or like, was it at Keenan where you felt like, okay, yeah, I'm starting to feel this confidence. I see the skill. I see it coming together. Like, when did that happen?
I feel like that truly happened 8th to 9th grade.
Yeah.
But that was during AAU season.
Okay.
Grade was like, I came to a moment where I started to, I feel like I could play with them, but, I wasn't getting on the court as much. So it was like, dog, I had, different type of thoughts, but, my dad being a good parent and, putting his seed into...
Shout out to Pops, man.
Yeah, man, shout out to Pops, man.
Yeah.
Man, that man, like, I promise you, I have games I wouldn't play with, come back and work out in the garage, work out outside.
You gonna get your workout whether you play or not.
Like, after the game.
Yeah.
So it was like, stuff like that. It was, just, one, it taught me, like, not to be entitled and not to really expect anything from any situation. That's a big thing, that got me to where I am today. So,
for sure.
Yeah, man, I'm real grateful for that.
Duane Kyles is the guy.
He was amazing.
Everybody needs to hear for how amazing he is.
Words that he brought today is very powerful.
He was phenomenal.
He made me a better man, honestly.
Hey family, are you in the need of a speaker or host at your next event? If that is the case, I am your guy. For years, I've been blessed to do both of those things at a high level, and I want to help you in your event, whether it be a school, church, or organization, go to the next level.
I recommend Duane Kyles to come to your school, to talk to your student population, to motivate them, get them engaged.
I don't know how to describe it, but he connected to the audience, and I liked it.
And I had liked it because he had made it relatable and funny to the point where we could understand it, but we could still joke about it in the same way.
If you're looking for somebody to come and transform the lives of middle school, high school students, Duane Kyles is the guy.
We want him to come back and speak to the whole entire district, not just one school. We want all schools to hear him, and all administrators, teachers, parents, scholars. Everybody needs to hear for how amazing he is.
Nah, that's super cool, man. Again, shout out to Pops, man. I think the biggest thing that I really want to touch on next is your time still at Gray, but having Dion as your coach, right? If you can, kind of shed some light on what it's like to be a player under his umbrella, because there are a lot of things said now about him going from Gray to, where he's at coaching now. But how was your experience being with Coach Dion, man?
My experience is good, man. To me, man, he a players coach, man.
For sure, yeah.
Man, he get involved in the players, man. We go out to eat with him. We be before every game, we in the circle dancing.
Yeah, he was dancing?
Yeah, like he get in there dance. Coach Dre get in there dance. Coop, all of them.
Shout out to Coop.
Yeah, man, my dog, man.
Yeah.
So, but nah, he a player coach. He a real good dude, man.
Yeah.
My time with him was real good. He taught me a lot. I never forget. I don't know if anybody ever seen, but I like somebody dribble and they do a spin move and I steal.
Yep.
He taught me that.
You always do that.
Yeah, he taught me that, literally. Because I did it in practice. And Khalil ended up not stealing the ball, but he blew the whistle. He was like, hold on. Hey, give me that ball. He like, Khalil, come guard me. Jay, keep doing this. Spin move. Khalil, show you what they going to do at the next level. Khalil just did it. I was like, oh. I never did try to spin move after that in practice. I promise you, I never tried that no more.
That's crazy, because, bro, now that I think about it, when Trey got the grade, he started to do that type of steal, and I didn't know it was connected to Dion putting y'all up on game.
Yeah, he put us on game for sure.
That's
he
crazy.
Put me up on game for sure. I never knew that until he said that.
I thought that was just something natural that all the elite guards had, because I never had that, bro. Even though I had long arms, I'm trying to poke you from the front, pause, no diddy. But you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you from the front, so I never knew that that was something that it was a skill developed and taught to you from Dion. But man, the contrast from Coach Dion transitioning to Keenan and going to legendary Coach Norris, bro. Bro, was it like a culture shock? You know, like, was it completely different? Like, the stories I hear true? Like, how was it?
What people don't know about Gray is that Gray, I wouldn't say it's like Keenan, but Gray has so many, like, kids from all over that it's like, you got kids that from LR, and you got the kids from, like, 2 from Keenan, you got kids from AC Florida, you got kids from, you know, wherever, like Ridgeview.
For sure.
So it's like, it's just like, we all came as one. So it was cool, like everybody was cool. We went to school for 4 hours, got out, practiced not till 3, we just all chilling, you know, just talking. The seniors only go to school about an hour or 2, so they already outside, like they chilling. So, like, I mean, it was a real good experience. Yeah, it was a real good experience. But Keenan, it was I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, Keenan was. It wasn't crazy bad, but like you just knew, like Keenan, like Keenan was. But it was fun though. Yeah, I really like going to Keenan.
Yeah. He said,
Yeah, I really like going to Keenan.
This man said, I'm not sharing nothing.
Keenan, I felt like, you know, because my whole family went to Keenan. My grandma worked at Keenan. Yeah. My pops, my mom, my aunties, they went to Keenan. Yeah. Shoot, I see people around the city today, they know me because of my family. You know, they might have seen me on social media, on Facebook. But they always ask me, like, okay, what's your name? They be like, oh, yeah, I know your mom, your dad. Like, so it's just, man, like, being at Keenan, it felt more of like I'm at home. Yeah. Then, you know, Coach Norris, he coached my dad for a year or 2. So it was like family. We all up under family.
For sure. Now, that's dope, man. Now, talk about more of your Keenan roots, man. You know, you got Dylan Jones that was there, Raekwon, he's doing his thing. But the person that's really, and Dylan's doing his thing too. We gonna come back to Dylan, right? I just want to go to the girls real quick. Malaysia Fulwiley, man, when I watch you guys, this game is crazy. Yeah. Like, there's some similarities there. You know what I'm saying? What was it like holding up Keenan with her, like elevating the brand of, because bro, you guys brought a lot of traction to Keenan. Like, how was that experience?
Man, it was crazy. My biggest comment that I said back then was, well, I wish COVID wasn't here when this was happening. It was cold, like, man, everything would have been sold out. Yeah. But now, like, what she's been doing is amazing. I was talking to somebody about her the other day, 5 championships? And this is only her first year in college. She got 5 championships. Yeah. She done won 4 straight in high school. And she been playing varsity since 7th grade in middle school. So, man, she one of a kind. But a lot of people don't know she grew up playing against all dudes. Yeah. Every day at Greenview. Yeah. At Greenview, Meadow Lake. After school, we all playing. She got jeans on, got J's on, playing against us. Like, then she went to Sanders. I ain't go to Sanders till 7th grade for a little bit, but like, man, like she really grew up playing all dudes every day.
For sure. If we had to do a skills challenge, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who we're in right now? You feel like you got the advantage over her, or?
I feel like it will, yeah, because I feel like the athleticism. Yeah. I feel like, you know, when I have certain layups that, like, if I was to do, like, it's solely off of my explosion.
For sure.
So it's like I'm going up with the ball like this already. So, so once I do that, it's like I have hand time to do pretty much whatever. But nah, like, man, as far as like what she do in the game, like that's OD. Like, she be Rondo in the game, behind the back, no look layup, like
facts.
I be looking like, yo, this is crazy.
Just out there having fun.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Nah, facts, bro. And to go to, you know, the person I said I was gonna come back to, Dylan Jones, man. Shout out to Dylan, man, getting drafted this year. What was your experience like watching him, you know, at Keenan and putting on?
Well, I was really watching Dylan before Keenan. Like, I was watching Dylan when he was at Sanders, when, you know, everybody was laughing at him because he was considered fat and slow. Yeah. But yeah, man, like, everybody, like, I wouldn't say everybody kind of looked at Dylan as, like, he was real good, but a lot of people looked up to Dylan when I was young. So like Dylan was always like a person we looked up to. Okay, he in middle school, he doing whatever he want to do. He playing high school while he's still in middle school. Like similar story to Malaysia.
Yeah.
So it was like we looked up to Dylan, and ended up getting a chance to play with him for a small stint in Keenan before he ended up going to Sunrise. But played with him, it's nothing but good, man.
Yep.
Every man know how to play the game. He been knew how to play the game. So it's like, you know, everything he's doing now is really just like a flashback from, you know, when he was younger. So it's amazing to see him doing what he's doing. And big shout out to him, man.
Nah.
Yeah, big shout out to him.
For sure, that's super cool. And man, to go to like the point of your transition from Keenan to becoming one of the first to get that offer, you know, what was going through your mind, bro, when conversations started to be had about you receiving this amount of bread to go play basketball before college? Like you didn't have to go to college.
Well, I say, the NIL conversation, it didn't happen until I say a month after I was at OT, but it was already up in the air.
Yeah.
But you know, it was just more so like once I understood, or from you know what they were telling me how you know everything was gonna be pro-like. You know, we're gonna have pro-like training.
Yeah.
Pro-like classes. You know, they teaching us financial ed, and you know, people don't learn about that.
Yep.
High school, maybe college, I don't know, because I didn't go. But, you know, we learn about that straight out of high school. And some kids still in high school learn about financial ed, to take care of your money. You know, we was getting large amounts of money for our age at the time. So it was something that we needed, and, you know, it was something good that they provided to us. And I think, man, just, like, being in that environment every day, like, because what people don't understand, it was so much shade through on OT, but what people don't understand, okay, yeah, you thinking we should go to college, but we have all the top players playing against each other every day.
Yep.
So, like, you got the top players from California playing the top players from Tennessee that's on the same team with the top player from Ohio that's playing against the top players from Cleveland, well, not Cleveland, but Detroit, South Carolina, and another state. So, man, it was just like iron sharpening iron every day.
Yeah.
And man, like that first year was just straight competing. Second year it was competitive, but it wasn't nothing like the first year.
Yeah.
Man.
Why do you think it was so competitive, like during the first year?
Because, man, everybody, and the reason I can say this is because I've had conversations with everybody, and I know I was feeling like this, but everybody was just so eager to come in and just like, I wouldn't say be the guy, but you know, you come into an environment where it's a lot of good players, you want to stand out.
Yeah.
So we was all on that time, and like we all want to stand out. We getting into arguments in the middle of practice, you know, we really competing.
Yeah.
Like a couple fights had to get broken up, stuff like that. But you know, it was all, you know, we was brothers at the end of the day. We leave the court, it's nothing personal. You know, we still professionals outside the court, and they taught us how to continue to be professionals. So, you know, man, like it was good.
For sure. What was the craziest moment, like, upon receiving the bread that you were like, man, I get to go and buy this?
Yeah.
What was that moment like, and what did you go and purchase, man, that you like, oh man? Or you didn't spend any of it? Like,
well, like, I never been, like, big on, you know, getting too many materialistic things.
For sure.
But, like, you know, just seeing how much, you know, we'd be able to get, like, that's just a thought. Like, I'm just thinking, like, man, like, what? Like, yeah, if I go to, you know, in the NBA it's millions and millions, but I'm 17 and you talking about this much, like, wow, I can do this, you know what I'm saying? I could do this for my family, I can do this for, you know, I could invest in this. Just all type of things I'm thinking about. But, you know, all good thoughts, but, you know, it was just an eye-opener that anything that you want in life, you know, as long as you follow the Most High and, you know, you act accordingly and you put the work in to do whatever you say you want to do in life, then it'll come.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. And I think, man, we're at a pivotal moment now.
Yeah.
Like in your career where, you know, you'll be going to Dallas and having an opportunity to compete, man. Like, Tell me what you're thinking through now. Like, what is the tone you desire to set? You talk about what you desire to do at OTE, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Same here at Dallas. What is your mindset going into this training camp?
Oh man, my mindset, man, I'm too fired up. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm too fired up. Like, it's different from my last training camp, because my last training camp, I didn't know too much of what was going on.
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, I'm grateful to be here. I'm working hard, and that's that. But now it's like, okay, now that I really understand what's going on, like, I'm here to, take something off somebody's plate. Like,
yeah.
That's how I'm feeling. Like, for real though. Like, but that's like, that's how I grew up. Like, it's a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah.
And, people got jobs that they trying to obtain.
For sure.
So it's like, nobody gonna look at me and be like, oh, I'm just because he here, I ain't gonna. Nah, they gonna, I'm trying to take his food off his plate too. So it's like, why not have that mindset? Why not have it?
Yeah.
And
for sure.
I grew up having that mindset, so there's nothing to get back to it. There's nothing that, keep it.
Yeah, for sure. And who are you most looking forward to competing against when you get to Dallas? Like, is it any particular person?
I wouldn't say any particular person. As far as like things that I'm, like particular people that I'm looking forward to, is like just learning. And I say like the two people, of course, Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
Just how they look at the game, what different ways that they see the game, scoring, passing, even like knowing the shot clock, knowing the time on the shot clock, like knowing situational basketball. That's one of the biggest things in the NBA, situational basketball. You play situational basketball, you got a high IQ. And you can handle that rock. You're not turning it over, then be good. And if you're not on that rock, then you got to be able to hit 40 that corner three, 40%.
Come on.
So it's like, just put in a lot of work, man.
For sure.
Watching a lot of film.
Yeah. I mean, and we have seen like the development already. I think last year, Summer League, you were averaging around 40, and this year you averaged around 10, like tremendous jump. And now you going to training camp. I think for anybody that's doubting whether or not you'll produce, I think they're crazy, because we've seen it from every level up until this point, bro, that you are proficient at what you do. You play good D, you can score the rock, you can dish it out. So, and I'm excited for you. I think the biggest thing that I want to ask you right now is, we talked earlier about Steve Nash being somebody that you studied, which surprised me. Like, you're a young guy. I would think it would be somebody in this area. What stood out about Steve Nash's game, and what have you learned about it?
Man, he's always calm. It just, when you're watching him play, he's never indecisive.
Yeah.
He knows what he wants to do. And like I said, like, when you know what spots everybody's supposed to be in, offense and defense, it's easier to play. Because like I said, if you run a screen and roll, if they tag, the corner's open, then you know that they're going to X out to the corner. So if they X out early, the wing is open. And you know that the helper has to help the helper. So if the wing isn't open, then you got, if the big pops, if the big roll is a different story, then that's when you got to tag.
Yeah.
The big popping is always a cheat code. That's why I used to like playing my dog, Alex Reese. Because, man, like, Portland, like, we be in practice, and Alex Reese will always be on my team. And for the first week or two, it was just friction on me coming off the screen, passing it to him, because I had never played with a big that was so pick and pop frenzy, and I could really do it and shoot. I'm always playing with bigs that could screen and roll, might pick and pop every now and then. So it's like, just playing with him and them always, okay, let's sit down and watch some film. You see, every time you come off a screen and roll, he wide open.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, bet. Now I see it, now I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So, just, little stuff like that, getting reps in was the biggest thing for me.
That's super cool, man. And I want to ask you about the NBA game specifically. Some people from our area, South Carolina, that have excelled. John Morant, Chris Middleton, you got Zion, you got Nick from the upstate area. Dylan is going. I'm missing a couple. Who am I missing? Aaron Naismith. Who am I missing?
Did you say Gigi?
Gigi Jackson.
Yeah, Gigi.
So I want to make this very difficult for you, right, on purpose.
Yeah.
If we had to do a top 5 list of current NBA players, like 1 being the best, 5 being the person that needs to improve the most, like who would you put in that top 5?
Well, to be honest, I only know like I don't really be other than Ja, like you said, Ja, Gigi, Zion, and PJ.
PJ back in the league, yep.
Those like the only four that I know.
Yeah,
like out the top. So
for sure,
they just be 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I wouldn't know nobody else.
Hey man, let's talk about 12, man. Shout out to Ja. What have you seen in his game, bro, that you feel like you can incorporate in yours? And like, did you, after seeing him at Murray State and him going his rookie year performing, did you think that he would be where he's at now?
I mean, yeah, and like going through,
okay,
not even like, cause you can't, what he was doing at Murray State, you can't call it a fluke.
Yep.
Like, what he was doing his first year in the league, you can't call it a fluke. And like, with the type of the energy that he has, you know, from like what I see, you know, around, I haven't really been up and close and personal with him.
Yeah.
But, you know, with the type of energy that he has, like he's already a type person that's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
So being in that leadership role, you have the energy that you have, high energy, everybody's gonna follow you.
Yep.
And one thing I know about a lot of people from South Carolina, our energy is always on 10.
Yep.
So when you got somebody that got high energy and they know how to play basketball and they're good, it's just like they bring like a whole nother fire out of everybody else. And so it's just a lot of good camaraderie that's happening. And like that's like he's been a lot of reasons why Memphis has had their success.
For sure.
He's been a lot of reasons why.
For sure, man. Shout out to 12 again. And to go to Zion, I kind of talked to you earlier about, you know, your decisions off the court in regards to relationship. I asked you if you were single.
Yeah.
And I asked you, hey, will you end up like my boy with Mariah? No shame, but it's like, bro, as an NBA player, I know that the DMs can be full of girls that want an opportunity to experience a lifestyle that you could provide, you know, via transaction of them giving you something for the lifestyle you. Yeah. So how do you navigate that? I know that's a tough thing. Did OTE teach you anything?
I want to say OTE. I just say like just having that experience of, you know, being in Atlanta. But, you know, the best thing I could tell somebody is just like, bro, like, you the only person that can live your life. So every decision you make, a couple days down the line, you see if it's a good or bad decision. Whether or you'll just know off the rip if it's a good or bad decision.
For sure.
So if it's something you don't know, you make a decision, you will see down the line if it's a good or bad decision.
For sure.
So when you have those instances, like, you have to learn from those, bro. Like, you can't just keep, you know, like, you can't do the same thing. It's insanity. It's literally insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting the same result.
For sure.
Like, you can't expect a different result. You can't do that. So it's like, you know, being in Atlanta for me was a big reason why I learned how to keep that stuff away from my life.
Yeah.
Cause like, I don't get into nothing. So it's like, it's easy for me to stay away from that. But like, you know, when you get to the point that Zion is at, okay, now you're like, the image you have is like crazy.
Yeah.
From high school till now. So it's like, you really gotta be in your P's and Q's.
For sure.
And, you know, some people, I don't think that they make decisions logically.
Yeah.
It's more of like how they're feeling.
Yeah.
And my dad always taught me that, you know, you can't make decisions like that. The more you make decisions like that, the more bad decisions you make.
Yeah.
The more you make decisions off, you know, facts and logic, then the better off you'll be.
For sure. Did you see something in specific in Atlanta where you was like, nah, I ain't gonna be that guy? Like, was it one particular instance where you was like, okay, this dude have potential, or this dude is doing something the right way, and then he makes a decision that alters his life? Like, have you seen that? Or was just like the whole lifestyle was just crazy?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot, man. Well, it was a lot, man.
I want to ask you about Atlanta too, because like I told you, I just came back from Atlanta, and bro, oftentimes Atlanta, black excellence, like incredible people. like beautiful city, but it's also coined like the thief capital of the South.
Yeah,
Did you ever experience like getting something taken from you out in Atlanta?
No, my experience in Atlanta's been good.
Yeah.
The first day to the last day, like that's been real.
That's why you gonna move back there one day.
Yeah, like I don't have no problem going back to Atlanta, but I know it's getting dangerous. Like I didn't heard some stories, man. It's been getting wild out there, man.
Yeah.
Well, them kids don't really care nowadays at all. They don't care at all, boy. They do not care.
For sure. And bro, and speaking of kids, man, this is a great segue. You were talking about some of the principles your father has given you, man. What would you tell the 15-year-old, 14-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid that's watching you saying, man, I want to be in Jay Gort's position. Like, I want to be fighting for a spot on the NBA roster. Like, I want to be getting interviewed. I want that lifestyle. Like, what would you tell them?
If it could be one thing, I'd just say, well, I wouldn't say just one thing, but one, have goals.
Yeah.
And once you make your goals, it allow you to make a plan to where you could be consistent and you could, have a routine. Once you have a routine and you're consistent in your routine, then it's like you can't really do anything out like other than that because it's your routine. It becomes a habit.
Yep.
So once you build great habits, the more you build great habits,
Preach,
it's like,
bro. Yeah.
it's like it's second nature now. Now I get up. I know exactly what to do. I gotta eat my breakfast. I gotta, wash, do all that before I leave the house.
Yep.
Yeah, get out the crib, lift, go to the gym, whatever your regimen may be. Right? It just has to be something that you're good with, and that's something that can get you better, and something that's only gonna get you better.
For sure.
And if it's not in your routine, then you really shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not in your routine, so you create another habit. Like, we download programs.
Yep.
So the more bad programs you download, then they're gonna be stuck in,
This boy preaching.
So, yeah.
Come on now. This boy. Hey, you know what I'm saying? This boy is chatting. I think, bro, the biggest thing that I want to ask you too, man, is when you talk about sticking to the plan, having these regiments, following through, being consistent, it goes back to, bro, temptations of, bro, do I want to feel this temporary satisfaction, which will make me deviate from our plan, or will I stay with the plan? You talked about your father talking about using logic and facts to make sure you make great decisions. Can you just a little more shed some light on, your parents, man, and how much you appreciate, their support and the importance of them guiding you to this point?
Yeah, man, like, the kid even the kid that knew me, that played on the team, would tell me that my dad was like a military parent, man. But and when I was young, I probably could agree, but as I got older, I realized like literally everything he was doing, like, it was in line with what I'm doing now. It was teaching me everything everything that I'm going to need to know, either now or along the road for when I get older. Yeah. So it's like, whether it could be anything, whether it was, I was in my room the other day, man, I was looking at a little notebook. I used to have to write sentences in saying I was gonna stay disciplined.
How many you had to write, bro?
Man, I had to write sentences so much. If I had to guess, like, how many sentences I ever had to write, it would probably be over 100,000.
Hold on.
Like, just between.
Over 100,000?
Between
Mr.
writing.
Gortman, over 100,000? 100,000? He's shaking his head.
Look at I'm telling you.
Hold on. 100,000 sentences saying the same thing?
No, I mean, it won't all say I gotta be disciplined, but whatever I was in trouble for that day. Yeah. Whatever I was in trouble for that day, or if it may have been a Bible verse. I didn't have to write, I'm talking about pages of Bible verses. Like I'm writing it.
Yeah.
Read it. Right. So now I'm writing pages, 5 pages. I'm writing exactly what I'm reading.
Yeah.
And, you know, having to come back and read it to him. And we talk about it, get a better understanding on it.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's something new I learned today, that day. But, you know, it was all built on, you know, just him, you know, doing his job, man. Just teaching me the ropes, man. Teaching me the ropes.
Yeah.
From cleaning the baseboards, I get in trouble.
Yeah.
I come home.
You stand up when you clean the baseboards, or you get on your knees?
Oh, no, I gotta get down. I can't stand up. Well, my back be hurt from that. I gotta get down. I get one of the little mini chairs right there.
Yeah.
I sit right now, clean the baseboards, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like from something small, but it's washing dishes, taking the trash out, you know, cleaning the bathroom, clean the room. I don't know how many times I clean my room, clean the bathroom. Every Saturday I gotta clean almost the house.
By yourself?
No, I mean, I ain't by myself.
Okay.
It's more of like a family duty, but
for sure.
You know, they clean up their area, I'm cleaning up my area. My area wasn't just my room, because, you know, I'm in my room. I might have some snacks down, you know, have some snacks over here, all type of stuff. And, you know, my teammates used to be over, so we tearing stuff up.
Yeah, y'all making a mess. Yep.
I'm cleaning everything.
Yeah. Now that's dope though, man. I say this, man. It's super heartwarming for me to hear like the admiration you have for the discipline your father gave you, because a lot of cats, man, who do have incredible fathers, some of them rebel against that. Yeah. Like they buck against the instruction, the loving instruction that they get, man. So to see you like be receptive, now we see the fruit of it. Like your dad went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And going on that aspect of just great fathers, we talk about other fathers from South Carolina, man. You know, instructing his son to be diligent and disciplined on the court. You know what I'm saying? We also talk about Zion's father as well. I think when you see like the players from our state, man, oftentimes you see, you know, people who had present fathers, man. So that you know makes me ask this next question, bro. When Shorty said that she was pregnant with your baby, I'm playing.
Ears just
Hey, Pop about to be like, what?
Nah, you gotta clear that. You gotta
we
send me that clip. I knew that.
But nah, for real, bro, we talk about like fatherhood and stuff of that nature, bro. NBA career is like you traveling all the time.
Yeah.
So you say you're single now. Is there a rush to find like a wife, right?
Yeah.
Or you're like, I'm playing the field, I'm just gonna chill, enjoy my career.
Yeah.
And even when you get married, I know it's super young, so like your answer probably gonna change. Bro, how many kids do you want when you get married?
Yeah. Well, now I say like I'm just staying safe, cause man, like you said, the schedule is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Traveling.
Yeah.
And like my first year was in the G League, so you know, playing the NBA, that's almost 30 more games. We only play like 40-something, 50-something in the G League. So, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's 30-some more games. Well, I definitely ain't gonna have time for none of that. But yeah, like, but I say I probably have like 1, 2, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, 1, 2. I need one for sure.
Nah.
I might. I don't know. I might be like, yeah, I need one. But I know I want one though.
And as a hooper, bro, like we've been watching the WNBA, their rise, things of that nature, and we've watched like the women that have entered the WNBA get better and better. Like some beautiful WNBA players.
Yeah.
Is there a specific WNBA player that if given the chance, you'd say, yeah, I wife you? Like,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even like. I probably know like 5 WNBA players.
Okay, we gonna cut that. We gonna cut
that. I'll tell you, like, I don't know much about the WNBA. I know Andrew Reed just went, Caitlin. I know my auntie used to play his name. But other than that, I just know when they, you know, I might see someone on Instagram, they trying to bully Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't even
I mean, you name
Angel Reese. If Angel Reese gave you a shot.
I ain't gonna lie, she too tall.
Huh?
She too tall. I ain't going for sure.
So you want your girl to be a little shorter than you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, she ain't gotta be crazy shorter than me, but I know she taller than me.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
You can't do that. Nah. Why not, bro?
It's gonna feel weird for me.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Bro, and we had this conversation with Elena, bro. Like, I think as a tall woman, though, it's tough, you know?
Yeah,
like
it's tough. But it's tall people out here, though.
It is.
I don't think it's hard to find, you know what I'm saying? It's tall people out here, but.
For sure. And bro, one of my last questions I want to ask is this, man. Right. You live here, Blythewood, South Carolina. Right. You going off and you're going to be playing on the NBA roster. Is the goal for you to like have everything family-wise and like community-wise be transitioned? Like whenever you do get a solid city you get located at, have them come there, or you still gonna be coming back here from time to time?
I'm always coming home.
Yeah, always come back home.
These my roots right here.
Yeah.
These my real roots right here.
Yeah?
Yeah. I have a house wherever.
Yeah.
But so they could come over wherever.
For sure.
Like, but yeah, everything pretty much should be stationed down here. Unless they want to do something different.
For sure.
But yeah, my intention is to keep everything planted here. This been my goal for a long time. I've been saying it since before middle school. But when I get to that place and get to that status, I want to build like a 10-court gym down here, in Columbia. So like we can have tournaments here, just like they have right in Rock Hill.
Yeah.
Man, just open up different venues that could be placed there.
Yeah.
All type of stuff. Bring some more money to the city.
Yeah.
And man, just like, put a lot of kids on, man. Cause like, one thing, like the biggest thing for that kids need in where we're from is just to see something different. Everywhere else it might be a little different. It might be a couple other reasons, but we don't see much. We see Columbia, South Carolina, and that's all we pretty much know. But me having the opportunity and being blessed enough and able to travel around the city playing AAU, I saw different. So I understood, okay, I don't want to be here all my life. I want to go and do something different. And so I think like, just as like kids being young, that's all you have to see. And once you see that, like kids have wide imagination. So
For sure.
You can create anything.
For sure. And you kind of just answered this question, but man, last question, man. Like, what's the biggest dream you hope to achieve before you die? You answered a portion of it, but what's the biggest dream you hope to achieve before you die?
I want to have generational wealth, like through my whole family.
Yeah.
But not even just that, man. I want to be like the type of person that like anybody could just, he was the most utmost respectful, he had manners, he didn't think he was this, he didn't think he was that, he just never forgot where he came from. Like, I want that to be me. And I feel like I live by that every day,
Yeah.
Just being humble, man, not forgetting where you come from, because, it could all be taken away in the blink of an eye, snap of a finger. So that's my biggest thing. I don't care about what Instagram thinks of me or what Snapchat thinks of me, man. I just want to be a good person for my family and, for somebody that my community can look up to.
That's powerful, bro. God opposes the proud but gives favor to the humble. So,
yes, sir.
Hey, that's the cheat code right there. Super proud of you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Super excited to see what you do. And yeah, man, I think this interview caught me by surprise because I didn't know the wealth of knowledge that you had, not only the game of basketball, bro, but what your father has instilled in you. Yeah. So, man, I'm an even bigger fan
appreciate
I was a
it.
fan before.
Yes, sir.
But I'm a huge fan now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, one of these days we're gonna have to get out one. I would kill him in one. I'm just playing. But man, it's all love. Appreciate you. Anything else you want to say? You good? You know what I'm saying?
Good. Hey, thank you, man. Much respect to you.
For sure.
And thank you, man. I really appreciate you for this.
sure, man. Yes, sir.
I look forward to hearing from you and partnering with you so that we can all live out our greatness together.